The reaction. Let's get to the reaction. Reaction. Crime time. Fucking crime time. Come on. Lock in. Mother realizes her son is a heartless killer. Come on. Lock in, my nigga. Lock in.
On June 29th, 2020, Maurice Smith and his girlfriend Darion Burley walked into a Waffle House in Fort Worth, Texas. Darion was pregnant with twin boys, and this restaurant was one of her favorites to eat at. When they finished their meal, the couple paid their check and walked out of the restaurant and got into their vehicle. Shortly after leaving the restaurant, Darion's body would be found in this car with a single gunshot wound to the upper body.
Did you talk to Sergeant Hugh about what you saw?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I called 911, and that was really it. I didn't talk to anybody else other than the...
Did you see anything in the parking lot?
I did.
What did you see?
I saw him pull up, and he got out of the car and like pointed the gun at her, and then that's pretty much all I saw. I didn't see his face or anything. And then as soon as she got out of the car, she came in, and then she was able to tell me more. But it happened pretty fast.
Like, to witness that is crazy.
A witness told police that she saw Maurice park his vehicle at her place of work, with Darion's body still inside. He then pointed a gun at this woman and demanded she give him her Jeep. The woman handed him her keys and he drove away, leaving his deceased girlfriend and her twin boys behind for police to find. Not only was the victim able to pick Maurice out of a lineup, the police also found him inside the stolen Jeep. Maurice told police he was overdosing on drugs, so they brought him to the hospital, where doctors confirmed he was fine. Maurice was brought to the local police department and put into an interrogation room.
What's wrong with him?
So, Maurice,
why you do that?
Why you're here today?
No, I just woke up in the hospital and they said I was detained.
Yeah, well, I got detained.
Two detectives.
Looking at, we had somebody talking about their car got stolen. We're looking at that right now, so we're here to talk to you about, okay? And, you know, Maurice, we want to talk to you about why you're here, and I want to answer any questions that you have, and we got some questions for you as well. But here's the thing, Maurice, we are in a situation here where you're obviously not free to go. I think you figured that out by now. So, being so that we're in a situation where you're not free to go, for us to talk and have a conversation about why you're here, you know as well as I do, we need to go over your Miranda warnings so you have a full understanding what your rights are, okay?
What am I here for?
You're here, Maurice, because somebody reported that their car was taken, and we believe that you have some responsibility, and so they pointed in your direction, so that's why we're here to talk to you, okay?
Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Well, that's what we're here to
so did the nigga just was chilling with his girlfriend, right? She was pregnant by twins, I'm guessing by him, right? And then he just decided to shoot her? Like, why?
About?
Know anything about coffee and taking anything, so I don't see what's the point of us talking.
Well, I mean, we can go into details, but again, we have to agree that you want to discuss the things that we want to talk about. So we can't dive off into that until you decide that, you know, yeah, let's discuss it, let's talk about it. Where'd you stay at last night?
Where'd you spend the night last night?
I don't even remember, man. I just remember waking up in the damn hospital.
Maurice claims that he doesn't remember anything before waking up at the hospital. He also claims to be very tired and groggy. The detectives find it difficult to believe Maurice because he was walking around and talking to staff at the hospital.
But we're just answering questions. We're just asking questions. We are two men.
The good thing is that you was able to lay in the hospital when you were in that bed, laying down, dozing off, getting some good rest for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
Doctors cleared you, said that you're good to go. They took good care of you. The nurses took good care of you. They cleared you, said, yes, this young man here he's good to go. And they wouldn't have let you go unless they felt otherwise. Which gives me a lot of confidence because I think they know what they're talking about. Hey, Maurice, tell me this, man. Because we know you have good memory because you're telling us things right now that you have memory of, so which that's good. So I want you to back up and think for me, Maurice. I want you to just really think. This is important, okay? Because none of us would be sitting in this room unless it was important, okay? So this is an important time in your life, all right? This is a very important time in your life. All right, I want you to understand that. Okay. So what I want you to do, Maurice, I want you to think for me. I want you to think back to the first recent day before you having this mind with the struggle you're having right now.
I mean,
back to when you start to remember something like, you know what? Okay, the last thing
I mean, but he was overdosed on drugs, right? Oh wait, no, they said he was fine. So the niggas is lying about he's basically lying about everything because he got caught up. Because he knew that niggas was on to him, so that's why. Okay, it makes sense.
I remember was this, and tell me about that. Not the shower. I'm talking about before the shower, naked in the fire truck and all that. Before that, tell me about the last thing you remember.
I remember Waffle House.
Waffle House?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a few Waffle Houses around. Which Waffle House would you at?
Where is my car? Where is she at in my goddamn car? Where is my car?
Well, I don't know where your car is right now, Maurice, but I'm asking you, let's go back to the Waffle House. When you went to the Waffle House, what made you go to Waffle House? Is that where you usually eat? That just who thought to go to Waffle House? Maurice, I know you know what her name is. I'm asking you an easy question. What's your spouse's name?
Say it again.
Your spouse's name. What's
This
your
niggas playing
spouse's name?
stupid, bro. Like, I hate dumbass niggas. Yo, why can't it be niggas that be like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I did that shit. What?
And had you stand
And I'm gonna tell you about it.
We were talking. I watched it, and so I'm wondering why it is that you're not telling me this when I do know that you know the answer to that question.
My head is spinning.
But you know enough to call her your spouse, but you can't recall her name?
Darian.
Oh, he remember that.
There you go.
The nigga remember her name.
Darren or Darian?
Darian. When y'all done eating today, what'd y'all go do? Where'd y'all go next?
Shit.
You don't remember.
I went home.
Nigga don't remember shit. Sad.
You said you got high, then you went to your sister's, so where'd you remember getting high at?
On the patio.
On the patio of your sister's house?
Yeah, I smoked my first K to the stick. But when I sat on that patio, I got...
Nigga, dope head?
Maurice's new story is that he and Darian got into an argument shortly after leaving the Waffle House. Maurice claims that he pulled over on the side of the road, got out of the vehicle, and walked to his sister's house. There he got high, and that's all he remembers.
I'll tell you what, so we went to Waffle House, and when did the fight and the arguing or whatever start? When she was talking about that?
When I got outside and looked at the tire, it was low. She was like, the tire's flat. It looks like it has a razor slit or a cut in it, and it's like it's gonna have a blowout. I got the air, and it didn't air up. So then she got irritated because I didn't want to pay $60 for a tire.
You said, bro, okay.
So as I leave, and she go to snapping and fussing, I got shit to do. So I just got out the car, walked my ass across that freeway.
And then that's when you went and got high?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I was already.
So how did she end up dead?
So
He didn't get high off no fucking weed.
When y'all notice, who knows the tire and when again?
When we came out of Waffle House.
Came out of Waffle House.
The tire out.
She found it, okay. And it's obvious you went to go try to get, now what did you do to try to fix that tire?
I tried to air it up
Now where were you when you tried to air it up?
at the store right there. Shoot. Oh,
Did you go and talk to folks at this
What's wrong with this kid?
Yeah.
What, did you have to get a new tire?
They was trying to charge me $60.
So what did you do then?
To spend it. I told her, well, we can go find a used tire. And she just started snapping as I got on the service road, man.
Now earlier you said that your spouse, that she had errands to run, but now you're saying that she made you feel like less of a man because she called you a junkie. So
I mean, the nigga is a junkie. Look at the way he's talking.
what kind of errands was she running today?
So I said, well, fuck it. And I jumped out the car.
You jumped out the car?
Yeah.
Then what did she do?
Pulled off.
Pulled off, huh? Okay.
Now she was driving your car, right? Okay.
The context, I got high. Woke up ass naked, getting yelled at with a fire truck.
This nigga playing that game?
And I see.
What you was high off? Off weed? Fuck no. This nigga was high off meth. You got to be a meth head. Either a meth head, perk head, coke head, something head. Not a fucking weed head, bro. Weed don't make you do no dumb shit like that. The fuck?
You guys or the police or something jump in and cuff me up.
Yeah.
The detectives are finally able to get Maurice to speak with them, and he has already shown he had motive to murder his girlfriend. Now they just need to keep questioning him and hopefully get him to admit he was the shooter.
So she's angry. She's upset about you're getting high, and she says she's got. Where's she work at?
I honestly don't know. She always tell me she had a job, but I never seen where she worked. Last time I checked, she was working at McLean.
McLean.
Yeah.
Okay.
McLean. I haven't heard that shit in man long.
And then when y'all drive around, you move up house, the tire's not completely flat because you can still get around a little bit, right?
It was flat. It was flat.
It was flat. And did you ever get that thing fixed at all before she left?
The air in. Once we put the air in and we went through Discount Tire, they aired us up some. We pulled out, jumped on the freeway, and that's when the argument, and I just pulled over, got out.
How'd the argument start? Tell me about that.
Her calling me a junkie.
Why'd she call you that this morning like that? What started that?
Because I was smoking K2.
This morning before then?
I knew it.
Before you went to your sister's.
I knew it. The nigga was smoking K2, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I got a crazy story, bro. It relates to this shit. So I had a friend. He used to smoke a lot of K2, right? Because he was in jail for like 8 years. So the nigga used to smoke K2 in there. I guess there wasn't no weed in there or some shit like that. Or I guess he couldn't have access to weed, so he used to smoke K2. Right? When he come home, yo, bro, that shit make you do some crazy shit. Because I ain't gonna lie, when I seen him smoking that shit, the nigga would smoke it and like fall out. No cap. Like, no cap. The nigga smoking and fall out. I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? It was so real. We put a stool on his head. The nigga was so high off the K2, we put a stool on his head and recorded it. The nigga ain't wake up. We recorded it, bumping music, all that. We was bumping a little Uzi in the weekend. I'm unfazed. Bro, I swear to God, bro, I got a video if y'all niggas want to see that shit. That shit, yo, bro, K2 make you do some crazy shit.
Right? Yeah, I was smoking.
Okay.
So when I got out the car, man, finished off my stick, across the freeway, smoking my stick.
And we want to talk to you about what happened, why you was in Mansfield today. The reason why I'm asking because you definitely talked to a woman today who saw you in Mansfield. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're trying to figure out what happened in Mansfield. She having some car problems.
My thing is, I don't understand how niggas could kill a girl who's pregnant with twins. That shit is crazy, bro. And niggas could just be relaxed and niggas could not show no type of emotions or sympathy.
You had a fight with your girlfriend, your spouse, I'm sorry.
Time.
So I'm trying to figure out what happened here in Mansfield, what's going on here in Mansfield.
I'm trying to figure it out too.
Well, we're on the that's a good thing because we're on the same boat then. That's good.
The one thing that we can say we know is that you were in Mansfield. Okay, so I think we're all three pretty much sure about that.
I think y'all too sure about that.
Well, Maurice, I will tell you something, sir. I'm 100% certain you're in Mansfield today. There's no question on mine that you were in Mansfield today. Okay?
Right.
Oh, this was during COVID. Okay, it makes sense now. Yeah, they all got masks. It makes sense. I'm not gonna lie. COVID was a bad time for niggas, bro. Thank God I made it out the COVID era. If you made it out the COVID era, let me give you a clap. Let me give you a round of applause, my nigga. If you made it out the COVID era, bro. All right? Regardless of, rest in peace to everybody who passed away from COVID. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. When niggas created the fucking COVID mask, my nigga, it was a bad sight. I'm telling you, niggas was, yo, bro, I never seen that much crimes in my life in the Bronx. I swear to God, bro. I never seen so many niggas with guns. Oh my God. I never seen so many niggas with guns, bro, in the Bronx, my nigga. I swear to God, I never seen so many shootings. I never seen so many homicides, gang. I promise you, if you made it out that era, bro, you are a fucking warrior, my nigga.
You were in Mansfield. That is not anything that's in question here today. You were in.
You were sleep inside? Yep.
Today.
Smart guy.
Before we brought you here, you were in Mansfield. Okay. And so what I'm trying to understand from Maurice is what brought you to Mansfield today, and why did you talk to that woman in the parking lot today? Okay. You talked to a woman in a parking lot here in Mansfield. And so I'm trying to figure out why Maurice is in Mansfield, Texas today. And that's an important question.
Right.
All right. What brought you to Mansfield? What kind of connections do you have in Mansfield? Who do you know down here?
Wasn't in Mansfield today.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but I know you were here.
Just be like, yo, bro, you're booked for the murder, bro. You're going to jail. I'm not understanding.
I'm trying to figure out what
All the yapping. These niggas want to yap. Yap.
What kind of?
He's not gonna say shit.
Family down here in Mansfield, you talking?
The niggas gonna play fucking dumb.
It was probably to see my mom or something. I don't know.
Well, tell me about your mom.
What the fuck his mom gotta know about what?
No, she was at home. That's what I'm saying. I don't recall being in Mansfield. But let's terminate this interview because I don't know what's going on and I don't want to.
The interrogation would end here, and Maurice would be charged with capital murder.
Damn.
Maurice's mother, who was there when he showed up at her home in the stolen Jeep, told police her side of the story.
And he wasn't himself. He said, Mama. And I said, yes. He said, what you doing? I said, nothing. I said, why are you talking so? What's wrong with you? What's going on? Where are you? He said, dang.
Yeah, that
And
K2
I
got
said,
you bugging,
hello?
nigga.
I said, Maurice.
K2 be having niggas smacked.
He was talking out of his head.
Unless it was bad
Something just
K2.
came over me, and I got frantic because he was crying a little bit, and he was, I don't know where I am, and I'm like, what do you mean you don't know where you are? I said,
Oh,
"Where's your
nah.
car?" I don't know. I don't know. With my homeboy, I said, Maurice, where's your car? I said, what have you had? Have you had anything? No, Mama, no. I said, yes, you have. What have you had? Huffing and puffing. And so by this time, I'm up and I'm pacing because it's not like.
Wow, I ain't gonna lie. Mama lucky he ain't go off on her. Real shit.
So I said, I'm at 287 and something. I said, why is your car? I said, are you walking? Are you there? I don't know where I am. I said, stop. Take a breather and tell me where you are. Look around you and tell me where you are. He didn't do it. He hung up. I don't want to say dress, but it's not.
He wasn't around her.
He didn't have anything on but his underwear, socks, and shoes.
What the fuck?
When I looked out of the window down at him, he was coming from behind the trash can.
Oh, he's a tweak.
And he had some booster cables in his hand, and he had trash and stuff. Just I don't know if he got it out.
She wouldn't even recognize her son.
Or what? But I'm looking at him, and he's sweating a lot. And by this time, I said, come on, sweetheart, let's go in the house. I said, Mom's going to call, you need help. Mom's going to call 911. I didn't call 911 then. I called my oldest daughter. I said, Kiara, can you help me with him? I said, something is going on. He's not himself. I need help. I said, I have these babies here. She said, Mom, I don't have a way. I said, well, call your Aunt Kimmy, which is my sister, my baby sister. I got him in the house. Finally, I tried to grab the bag from him because he had it all on him. My hand went in it like this, and he snatched it. So I said, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
chill, mama.
I said, come in the room.
Your mama chill. That nigga's on, he's bugging. He's bugging. Stay away from that man. No
I
cap.
said, why are you sweating? What have you had, son? What have you had? Mama, I promise I had them. Eyes just as big as mine are naturally. And I said, yes, you have. I said, what have you had? By this time, I'm nervous because I've never dealt with him in that nature.
That's crazy.
Now, already smoked a little weed. Okay, yeah, smell it on him, yes. He never does it in front of me, but I've always smelled it on him. Even when I got in his car, I'd be like, oh, let the windows down. What he had yesterday
Wasn't weed. I'm telling
was
you.
not weed.
Some other shit.
He's pacing back and forth.
That nigga had more. That nigga had some meth in that motherfucking stick. He had holes.
I said, take your clothes out. I said, you're hot, you're wet. I said, take your clothes out. I said, whatever you had.
Yo, Kanaya.
A cold shower to bring
Watch
your
your crime
body
time.
temperature down. No. I gotta go. They're gonna get me, Mama. They're gonna get me. They're coming after me, Mama. They're gonna jump me. They jump me. I said, who's jumping?
Nigga said they gonna jump me.
Who's gonna jump you? This is just how he was just talking and rambling. And so he's going back and forth and he's peeking out the doors and he's shutting the doors and he's just like all over the place. I said, oh my God. That's when I called 911. I said, y'all, please help me. I said, my son has had something and he is out of his mind. I don't know what it is. I just said ecstasy because that's what I thought. That's just what came to mind. I said, oh God, please send someone, please someone. He said, ma'am, I'm gonna be on the phone with you until they come. Stay on the line with me. I said, yes, sir. I didn't find out what happened until after the police officers did their investigation.
Oh, JJ's.
Earlier when you said he came to your house and took a shower,
JJ's.
another officer who was explaining some things to me said that he did have blood on his underwear.
The fuck?
Yes. When he came in, and I told him to get out of his shirt and stuff and put it down. When he turned around, there was a
That's La Base.
red blood
That's La
stain
Base.
on the back of where his anus is, about yay big. And I said, Maurice, what happened? I said, why is there blood on your underwear? What happened? He wouldn't tell me.
Yeah.
He wouldn't tell me, so.
I think one other thing we wanted to cover, someone said at some point you went back out to look for his phone in that Jeep.
Yes.
Okay.
By the time we came, coming out, when we was getting ready to walk to the EMS and I had his hand, I grabbed him. I said, son, where is your phone so you can contact me once they get you up there? And, you know, I don't know. It's in my homeboy Jeep. It's in my home. I said, what Jeep? It was still running. It still had the keys in it. I opened it up, looked in it. I said, well, your phone isn't in this car. And by this time, the EMS said, ma'am, they're around the corner. I shut the door to the Jeep, turned it off, put the keys in the seat, shut the door, and went to
The
the
Jeep was
EMS.
still running?
It was still running.
What door did you open?
The driver.
The driver's side door?
Uh-huh.
So you were on the driver's side area. Did you
Yeah,
see any blood or anything in there?
I didn't. I was only looking for his phone.
Maurice's mother leaves after giving her statement. After allowing herself a few days to gather her thoughts, she returns to the police department to tell the detectives how she feels about the whole situation.
I want to slap the shit out of him.
What? You better do more than that, mama. Mama, you need to do more than that. You need to take him off this earth. You brought him here? Take that nigga out. That ass.
I want to slap the shit out of him.
Do more than that.
We've had to call the police. They send patrol cars.
She just lost her son, my nigga.
They have every right to feel the way that they feel. I told my family, sit down. Leave this alone.
Real shit.
Enough.
Nah, that is
has
over.
been done.
It's over. It's over.
Leave this alone.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, and I feel like, and I'm not a parent, but I feel like as parents, right? And I'm speaking on something that I don't know nothing about, but I feel like I have a little bit of an understanding, right? As a parent, when I was as a kid, when I was younger, I used to be in the streets, bro. I used to be like, coming out. I wasn't doing nothing like this. I wasn't bugging like this. But I'll be in the streets, you feel me? Like, I'll do what I gotta do in the streets or whatever the case may be, get some money here and there, you know what I'm saying? Be in the streets, be with my friends, be in the wrong crowd, you feel what I'm saying? And my mom used to always be worried about me. She used to always call my phone. But I remember one time I made my mother cry, bro. She came to my school. And I wasn't bad in school. Like, you feel me? Like, I always did what I had to do in school because obviously I graduated high school and I went to college. Dropped out of college, but I went. You feel what I'm saying? And I never bad at school, but my mom was so good to my counselor, and I remember she was crying, bro. I peeped it, and I see my mother crying, bro. And I was like, damn, my nigga. My mom used to get tired of me smoking weed and, being outside and hanging out with the real crowd and shit. And it just goes to show that, sometimes parents have sometimes enough is enough, bro. You feel me? Like, enough is enough, my nigga. And niggas gotta listen to their parents, bro. I don't give a fuck how old you are, bro. I used to never listen to my mom and shit, bro. Now, for a while though, for a long time, I realized that a while ago, nigga. Yeah, I always listen to her, bro. Real shit. You feel me? Because even if you might not think that they don't understand, they do. You feel me? And you gotta, cause look at his mom. Look at his mother, bro. His mother's tweaking. His mother's not tweaking. His mother's just done. Like, it's over, bro. She saw the nigga off K2. She saw the nigga off a different type of drug. Like, the nigga bodied the girl. Like, yo, gang. What the fuck? Like, shit is he think he's a GTA character right now, nigga. She don't recognize her fucking son.
Yeah.
Now is not the time for vengeance and all this
Right.
crazy shit on Facebook. I hate Facebook.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yes.
Leave that shit alone.
Yes.
If those were reversed, I said you guys would be doing the same thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of.
So you don't have to retaliate. You don't have to get on there and say, leave that alone. Don't keep adding fuel to the fire. When they have lost not one, but three.
I was saying 3? Nigga.
Leave that shit alone.
Nigga.
Right.
The nigga is down for a bro. That was his kids. The nigga got her pregnant, bro. And rest in peace to her, bro. But I wish you would have known that this nigga was a fucking drug addict, my nigga. Like, yo, females, y'all can't be staying with these drug addicts, gang. You feel me? Like, all jokes aside, like, you never know what's next. And the sad part about this shit, bro, is that she deadass loved him enough to get pregnant about a nigga. And the nigga was about to have twins, bro. They was about to have twins, my nigga. I don't understand. Twins? You know how lucky you gotta be to have twins? Nigga. Twin boys at that? And now, it's over, bro. The nigga killed 3 people.
I have baby clothes at my mother's in the closet. What am I gonna do with that?
It's crazy.
And I'm sure
I have blankets, I
Life
have
is over.
shoes, I have everything.
Life is over.
What am I gonna do with
She's
it?
about to be a grandmother, nigga. She probably wanted to be that.
Nobody asked for this.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm here to answer
No,
what you
no,
need.
no.
It's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. And then he called me Tuesday, and I had my church members there, and family was all over the house, so I wasn't able to talk to him. And so I had to tell him I was good and all this, but I'm not good. I'm not good. You called me again Thursday.
You're not answering shit.
You're telling me what I done. I said, well, Derry isn't here. So all this extra, I've got a detachment. I've read what's been going on in the newspaper.
Damn.
My daughter has read that to me. So I have a detachment.
Yeah, the
And I
nigga.
do not support him in this.
Yeah, it's
I'm his
over.
mother and he's mine. Whichever way that this goes, I have prepared myself for life without parole, and I have asked God to prepare me for the death penalty.
Damn.
So whichever way that this goes, I will forever bear this. I will forever.
She's not even
my
mad at the
family
nigga.
will forever bear this.
Like, she's not even mad at the situation.
either way
Like,
this
she's
goes,
mad at the situation, but like, it's like, at this point, she's like, yo, all right, whatever y'all want to do, my nigga, just do it. Like, fuck it, bro. It is what it is. I ask God to help me. Do what y'all gotta do, my nigga. If y'all gotta put this nigga on DP, y'all gotta send this nigga to, do what you gotta do, my nigga. Like, real shit. Whatever he made, fuck it. That's him. That ass, bro. She's tired.
Choices were
Gotta
made
respect it, bro.
were choices that both of them had counseling from both sides of the family.
Right.
There were plenty times, detective, that they could have not just went their separate ways. So whatever choices were made, you have to own up to those choices, man up, do whatever you got to do.
Nigga did this off of
and go
K2.
from there.
Sad.
You know
Sad,
that
bro.
I've experienced.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I would be damned if I do some shit off the drugs. That's why I don't do drugs. If I do shit off drugs, my nigga, and I wake up in a fucking jail cell the next morning, I will be damned. No, yo, bro, what? And they tell you, I don't remember shit. They tell me, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you down for the homie? What? Oh, shit, yeah.
And to bring this back into my
Then they-
life? Really? Really?
That's not P.
Yeah, so I have a detachment from all of this.
That's not P.
Maurice was convicted of capital murder, and he received life in prison without the possibility of parole. What are your thoughts on this case?
Fuck
Do
that
you
nigga.
believe drugs influenced Maurice to commit murder?
Yes.
Or was he well aware of what he did? Please share your thoughts in the comments below.
I feel like it was more of a, he thought about doing it. I feel like he thought about doing this shit respectfully. And the drugs probably played a part, but I feel like he definitely thought about, he definitely thought about this for sure. No cap.